I'm the Jets.
Okay.
You're the Packers.
Oh, I'm the Packers.
Okay. Hey, can you guys just make
So I'm
this
Brian
deal?
Gutekunst?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm
Who's the Jets GM?
John Johnston.
No.
Steve Stevenson.
No.
Mike Michelson.
Damn it. Now I got to look this up.
Okay. Will Williamson.
That's GM.
Okay. All right. I'm
Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas.
You were kind of close.
I'm Joe
Douglas.
Douglas.
It's a fairly,
Joe Josephson.
Like
Doug Douglas.
Joe Douglas.
Joe Douglas.
Yeah.
All right. I'm Joe Douglas.
Yeah.
I'm the Jets.
It's a pretty Joe common name, you know?
Yes. Hey, dude. So can we just consummate this deal? Like, we all know it's happening. Let's just do a beautiful thing.
Yeah, sure.
David.
We need a first rounder.
No. We're not giving you a first rounder.
Okay, then 2.
We're not giving you 2.
Okay. Then we'll take him back.
Okay. Have fun.
All right, see ya.
Have fun.
Enjoy Zach.
Have
Enjoy Zach. What's that kid's name?
His name is Zach Wilson.
Yeah,
but it doesn't
that
matter.
kid. Enjoy
Hey,
that.
You are fine where you're at.
Yeah.
And everybody knows it.
Yeah, but
So
we
Yeah.
we don't have an impulsive owner. You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys don't have it.
By the way, you don't think there's some irony that you're trying to trade for a guy that was the biggest he was ripping Big Pharma. Now he's going to sign with the team that's like the biggest Big Pharma team in the history of teams.
Hey, Big Pharma pays big money.
Okay.
Okay. And here's your problem.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay Aaron Rodgers $50 million.
I mean, we're already kind of going to take the hit no matter what here.
We're going to take that burden off your hands.
Not really, because we still have to pay. It still hurts us against our cap.
All I'm saying to you is this. Ain't nobody else taking on Aaron Rodgers at 38 years old and $50 million and all the stuff that he's created off the field for that matter.
Yeah.
But Zach Wilson, very bright future.
There you go.
You know what's happening right now in front of us?
Pizza.
This is so good.
It's being consumed.
Dude, thank you so much for coming and grabbing a couple of slices of that pizza.
Because that means one less hill grab.
The more you guys eat, the less I eat.
Yeah.
See, the more that's still here, I will take it all down.
Yeah.
All of it. You know?
Yeah.
Because I have no self-control.
Right. All right, coming up next, I know you want to get back to the Lakers.
Embarrassing.
Let's get back to the Lakers.
Shameful.
All right, we can get back to Aaron later. All right, we'll get back to the Lakers. The Lakers, they have put themselves between a rock and a hard place. We'll get to that next year. We're live at Yamava.
Yeah,
hanging
Yamava.
out
Let's go.
until 7
the bar
o'clock.
is open
Lots
now.
of food.
That's right.
The beer is flowing.
The bar is open,
booze
baby.
is here. The Sedano Kap Circle of Trust are meeting up with the Chatlins. I mean, this is it's like a UN peace conference over here. I mean, that's what's happening here. All right, we're back.
That was hamstring camp. We were getting schooled by George Sedano, the most athletic guy at the station. You're really scared of DeMarco and... Come on.
Those two guys are going to run into each other.
DeMarco?
Court ain't big enough for them two boys.
Kirk?
Seriously, big boys. Soul brother. Too big. They're too big.
That was hamstring camp. We were getting schooled by George Sedano, the most athletic guy at the station. You're really scared of DeMarco and... Come on.
Those two guys are going to run into each other.
DeMarco?
Court ain't big enough for them two boys.
Kirk?
Seriously, big boys. Soul brother. Too big. They're too big.
In the Southland, it is Sedano Kap, our tournament tip-off party at Yamava Resort and Casino. We are in the 909 Sports Bar. What a place It's a feast all day long, Cappy.
Doesn't stop.
Eating the meats now.
I am eating the meats.
I'm having the turkey, like you said.
How moist and delicious is it?
That is the moistest turkey I've ever had.
It's incredible.
And by the way, everybody's coming by and eating the pizza.
Yeah.
So far, I've not touched the pizza, and it may be gone before I even get to it.
But I showed you how to do it,
you
keto
skin
style.
it. Yeah,
you got to skin the pizza.
Yeah, just the meat and the cheese.
You eat the meat and cheese, and you're beautiful.
Yeah, I never
The
do
bar
that.
is open up. The party is going on. Come on down. Press the flesh with us if you're on your way home. Just take a break. Come here.
Yeah.
See Sedano and Kap in person.
Yeah.
See producer Lindsay. Even our boss, the great Amanda Brown's here. You want to be part of this party. It's going all night long. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Now they
Your
brought
burger
me the,
lettuce wrap.
Now the lettuce wrap burgers
a lettuce
are coming.
wrap burger.
See? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Wow.
you, Tony.
Lettuce
what
wrapped
service
burger.
here? Be part of this Yamava Resort and Casino. Back to you, Sedano.
Protein style.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to go protein style.
Yeah. So, Cappy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm finally really cleaning it up, George. So all the pizza looks phenomenal, and I got to have like one piece, but I'm trying to clean it up.
Take the smallest one.
I'm looking at the small one over there with the little sausage and pepperoni. Mm-hmm. Looking at a very small slice.
Yeah. So let's get back to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Because they've now put themselves truly behind the 8 ball here. Okay? And if you look at the Western Conference standings right now, they are in the 10th spot at the moment.
That's right.
And so basically hanging on by the skin of their chinny chin chin, as once a famous writer wrote.
Who wrote that? I don't know who that famous
One of
writer
these
was.
children's book people.
Okay.
So anyway, and they're only a half a game in front of Utah and a half a game in front of New Orleans, and they own the tiebreaker against New Orleans, but not against Utah. Mm-hmm. Utah is desperately trying not to get in the play-in. Like, yes, they have Lauri Markkanen and they got him as an all-star. Their season is done. That's what they want, right? They showed that they got a good coach and some good young players, and, they're good. Now they'd like to be in the lottery. But the Lakers are making this very hard for them. I know that there is a rivalry with Danny Ainge, who's a former Celtic, but this should not be the rivalry we should be talking about trying to get him in the play-in and not the Lakers. Everyone talks about this Lakers schedule, and what I tried to tell you back then, when everyone was like, "Oh, you look at the last 16 games, they're going to go 11-5 or 12-4." I'm like,
Well, don't forget there were 23 games remaining, and I told you 19-4.
Right, that's not happening.
No, I think they've probably lost those 4 games already.
When did they make the trade? The trade deadline was February 9th. Yeah, they have lost 4 games since then. Yeah, look, I just think that whatever you think the schedule says, don't try to predict it in the NBA. It's like everyone talks about the NFL being a hard game to handicap.
Yep.
The NBA on a nightly basis? Now, you could tell me at the beginning of the season, I could have told you if Milwaukee's healthy, they're going to be the best team in the East, right? I could have told you that, back in August. But on a nightly basis, could I tell you if Milwaukee would lose to, Indiana? Of course not. I don't know, because crazy crap happens over 82 games. So this notion that, the schedule looks easy. Yeah, whatever looks easy to you isn't always easy as you think it is.
Right, but here's the thing. Houston's a bad team.
They are.
They're a team that hasn't even won 20 games so far this season.
They want Wemby.
Okay.
We want Wemby.
Great.
Triple W.
Get him. Well, guess what? You're hurting
Bergman's
your chances.
out on Wemby.
Yeah, well, I understand why. I do.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You're out on Wemby too?
I mean, I don't really know that much about him other than the video I've seen, but I'm out on like guys that are ridiculously overly tall, like 7'6". I'm not into that.
7'4".
I'm not into that either.
Okay.
Too tall, too
What are
skinny.
you into?
I mean, like, what's that guy's name that was drafted last year by Oklahoma City out of Gonzaga? What's that kid's name? Tall, skinny, white guy.
Oh,
got hurt.
Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, like I'm out
Yeah,
on
but
that
Wemby's
guy.
way better than that guy.
I'm not saying he's not better. I'm just saying this guy's too tall, too skinny. He's going to
Too
get hurt all
tall.
the time. That's right.
In basketball?
Yeah, too tall. Body can't handle it. See, like Anthony Davis, that body, you look at it and you're like, that body should be able to handle it. Shaquille O'Neal's body could handle it.
Right.
Giannis's body. Joel Embiid
Yeah, but
in some
Giannis
ways.
looked like that when he was younger.
Look,
Anyway, go ahead. The Lakers.
all I'm saying is
Here's what they got left, just so you know.
Yeah.
Dallas fighting for their lives. Orlando,
Yeah.
who just beat Boston twice
Okay.
already this season. Phoenix. Now, in theory, there should be no Kevin Durant, but there's still no. They're still
even without Kevin Durant,
they're still
good. Yeah.
right. Oklahoma City, who's owned them.
Yeah.
Right. Chicago fighting for their lives to stay in the play-in, back-to-back with Chicago. Back-to-backs are hard.
And didn't Patrick Beverly say like his whole goal was to try and knock the Lakers out when he got traded to Chicago?
Yeah, and then he'll put it on his podcast.
Yeah.
Right. So
He'd already done as much as he could to keep the Lakers out of the playoffs
Minnesota
for the first 50 games.
at Houston again, and then you got at Utah, at the Clippers. That's not as easy a schedule as everybody thinks it is.
Why does everybody think it's easy? Well, why would anybody think anything is easy with this Lakers team?
Of course, because they haven't been 500 since January 27th of 2022. Nothing should be taken for granted.
No, but here's the thing. Had they won last night, just looking at the standings,
Yes.
they're in 10th place right now. Mm-hmm. Had they won last night, based on everything else that happened, I don't know if you can do the math this fast.
I can.
Where would they be had they won last night, given everything that happened in the NBA last night? Where would they be?
They would be in the 8th spot.
Okay. Today they're in the 10. Had they won last night against lowly Houston, they'd be in the 8. So is somebody sitting in the front office going, don't worry about it. We're the Lakers.
Yeah.
We're still going to win the championship this year. Yeah, but guys, right now we're in the 10 spot. We may not even make it to the play-in. Oh, don't worry about it. We're the Lakers. We're still going to win the
I
championship.
don't think anybody's doing that.
Oh, okay, because usually people do that.
Yeah, no, I don't think people are doing
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Because let me tell you something, George. Last night, organizationally speaking,
Yes.
the whole organization, owner, general manager, COO, CMO, chief medical officer, and everybody else who's involved in the decision to sit Anthony Davis.
The Redcoats, too?
I don't know about those guys.
I was just going
I
to
don't know
say,
if
be
those
careful
guys-
with them.
yeah.
You know.
Everybody responsible for the decision to keep Anthony Davis out last night.
Okay.
Shame on all you guys.
Shame.
Shame. Walk in between Crypto.com and LA Live,
Yeah.
and we'll all just throw stuff at you. Like,
Walk
shame.
down Figueroa.
Shame.
In front of Chickhern and Figueroa.
Well,
Cross to Figueroa, then swing around Olympic.
Let me ask everybody who's a Laker executive who's tuning in this afternoon
Yes.
and is not happy with what they're hearing.
What are they hearing?
Let me ask you guys something.
Yeah.
Think you needed to win that game last night?
Of course they did.
You think you could have won it without Anthony Davis?
I mean, clearly they did think that.
Do you think it would have been an easier win with Anthony Davis?
Probably.
Do you think Anthony Davis is feeling good? Because he says he's feeling great.
Says.
Think Anthony Davis is as healthy right now as he has been all
Anthony
season?
Davis got a PhD.
Listen, all I'm telling you is this. You're not good enough
No, I get
to
that.
sit your best
I agree.
player.
I get it. I get the conundrum, bro. I get it. But you either are going to hit or stand on a soft 17 every time you're playing blackjack. You either that's it. That's what you're gonna do.
Well-
Every time you're gonna play one way or play the other. If you start playing both ways, then that's where you end up losing all your money.
You know what? Sometimes you got to let your gut dictate, and you got to let the circumstances dictate. And if we're going into the last part of the season, and our philosophy is we don't play Anthony Davis on the second night of back-to-backs, okay? That's fine.
Yeah.
That's the decision.
Organizational philosophy.
However,
Yeah.
let's think about where we are, how many games we have remaining,
Right.
how he's playing,
Yeah.
how he's feeling,
Yeah.
who we're playing against.
Yeah.
Let's consider all of those things on a night-by-night basis. Because here's the thing, George.
Yeah.
Had they played against New Orleans
Yeah.
and won by one
Yeah.
and gone to double overtime and
Yeah.
Anthony Davis played 45 minutes,
Yeah.
I would have no issue if you said, hey, we got to sit him the next night.
Yeah.
But in this case, they blew out New Orleans.
Right.
He played 33 minutes in the
Probably
game.
should not have played that much.
And the point is that they could have rested him in the second half,
Yeah.
and he could have been ready to play yesterday.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this. You don't have to be so stringent with your script.
You don't. Well, I agree with that. You could have, I think that there's a way to load manage while playing games. But that is a philosophy that needs to happen throughout the season. That's not a philosophy that can happen from one game to the next.
Well, you know what? Again,
Yeah, I did that snap thing
it was
there?
very nice.
You like that?
The one thing I'm saying is this. You got to think about who you're playing. You got to think about how he's feeling.
Right.
You got to think about where you are in the standings.
Yeah.
You got to think about how many more games are left.
Right.
All of these things are considered, and then you go like this. You go, you know what? We're flexible enough.
Yeah.
We changed our minds. AD get out there, and AD goes, "Thank you for letting me play.
Okay.
You humiliated me by sitting. Was Charles Barkley going to call me street clothes again when I'm healthy and I can play? It's embarrassing for this kid.
It's not good for him. I do get that.
So I was just talking. First of all, the burger's amazing.
Oh, you already had it.
The meat is such high quality. It tastes amazing when you get it in your mouth. It's awesome.
Delish.
Eric Sanders, great listener from Marina Del Rey, came on out to see us.
Hey, Eric Sanders.
Eric,
He's been listening to the station a long time.
my man.
And he told me, he said, Cappy, what do you think of Cappy? He asked me. I said,
Yeah.
he's my guy.
Yeah.
That's why I was listening to him at night, back when he had the night show, the
Yeah.
Scott Kaplan Experience.
Yeah. Cappy at Sunset.
Cappy at Sunset. I said, well, did you like him? He goes, not really.
Yeah.
He said, he's like the drunk uncle.
You are like a drunk uncle.
And he said he's got to grow on you. I go,
Wait till
yeah.
we actually have drinks.
What's the deal?
I think he's a fan of yours now.
Have we grown? Have we grown on?
Yeah, but he said
Okay, we've grown.
Like a fungus.
We've evolved.
yeah.
Right.
Like a
We've-
fungus.
yeah.
It grows on you like
Yeah.
a fungus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
True.
Well,
Yeah,
you
true.
know the night show wasn't great.
Actually, the night show was great because nobody was
Now, was it
listening.
better than Slee at Sunset?
You can't compare those. That's not fair. I see what you're trying to bait me.
I'm not
You
trying to
can't
do anything.
that.
I'm asking a
Slee
legit
show was during the pandemic.
No, it
Every-
was before the pandemic.
No,
It was in the middle of the
No,
pandemic.
the original Slee at Sunset was before the pandemic because I remember that he would go in studio and talk to Mason in Ireland, and they would
but
say things to him, and he was not thrilled
but
about
Lindsay
it.
was producing Mason Island then. Most of that show was during the pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah, and that
But the
was-
beginning was not.
August
Okay.
2020 night show right here. You're looking at him. August
that's
2020
pandemic.
night show, middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
I don't think it really
Bubble.
developed into Slee at Sunset until the pandemic
Right.
happened.
Yeah.
Because it was just the Sleela show,
Yeah. So
But you didn't think it was
Listen,
funny
I think
that
Slee's
like,
come a long way. You guys give Slee too much.
no, I give him tons
Slack.
of credit. He's my guy.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time the other night talking to him.
you didn't think it was funny like when my comedian buddies would
Slee
show
and I
up?
went to Tin Roof Bistro together.
I haven't taken him to TRB.
TRB.
Like all my comedian buddies would just walk into my house. They'd be all baked out of their faces, and then they'd come sit on the radio.
I
and
mean,
talk
that's
sports.
great radio.
You didn't think that was good?
I mean, I suggest Mason should do that every day, to be honest.
The
with you.
good news
He's
was,
better when
Chris-
he does it. I've heard it on his podcast.
I mean,
No.
JT the Brick used to call Sedano and I, our famous LA sports radio guy, and say, why doesn't Cappy bang phone calls at night? And we were like, yeah, why isn't he banging calls?
I should have banged calls.
Yeah.
bang,
Get people
bang.
on to just talk about sports,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Just hardcore
Deep.
sports.
Yeah, but it's what I'm all about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what
what
people
we're
know.
all, that's what we're all about.
No,
here.
that's what people know me for.
Yeah.
Hey, all right, coming up next, the award-winning Radio Tinder here live from Yamava. We are hanging out till 7 o'clock.
See, the beer has started to flow,
Yeah,
George.
no question.
The bar is open, and
Yes.
now we're getting
Yes.
people
The
kind of
Mishbook is
riled up.
feeling themselves.
I
That's
see
right,
some
they are.
tequila over there. I may have that later, actually.
Andala.
I've got an eye on it. So we'll get to that in 90 minutes. Maybe a little sooner if we can sneak one in.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, coming up next, the award-winning Radio Tinder is next.
That was hamstring cancer. We were getting schooled by George Sedano, the most athletic guy at the station. You're really scared of DeMarco and... Come on.
Those two guys are going to run into each other.
DeMarco?
Court ain't big enough for them two boys.
Kirk?
Seriously, big boys. Soul brother. Too big. Too big.
Kap. We're broadcasting live from Yamava Resort Casino, the 909 Sports Bar, our tournament tip-off party. I hear Laura playing the Muppet Show. I don't know why, which is fine because it's any time is a great time to play the Muppet Show.
And it's a TV theme on
It's because
Video Tinder.
in 1981, Laura, was the last episode of The Muppet Show.
Oh,
The original
beautiful.
Muppet Show.
Yup.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that theme. Before we get to Radio Tinder, though,
I love
Cappy
the
has
Muppets.
now got
Who
a
doesn't
slice.
love the Muppets?
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Cappy's got a
I
slice
mean,
of
Stadler and Waldorf. It's Mason and Ireland every day.
I
You're
was
1 to
trying
4.
to transition before you did that one.
I mean,
they're
geez.
sensitive about that specific thing.
Stadler and Waldorf?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What is their feelings,
I think
man?
I'm like the Kermit of the group.
Why would they be sensitive about that?
Remember when I worked on their show and you
See,
told me
I knew this-
I wasn't
this is-
allowed to refer to them as that. I wasn't allowed to use.
Oh, really?
That- yeah.
Oh,
They
see, you should have never
no,
said
Morales told me that.
that. Should have never said that.
I told you they were sensitive about it.
I mean,
Yeah,
just
he's
now,
like,
though.
we
Now
don't,
it's
don't
like,
go there. We're not allowed to go there.
Kaplan's got a slice of pizza on his plate. He's not going to skin it to avoid the carbs.
so is Mason punching his radio right now?
Much like Conway and Twitty had a song that says, I see the want-to in your eyes. I see the want-to in your eyes, Cappy, to eat those carbs.
Okay, so I have the smallest slice of pizza
But it's still carbohydrate.
on the entire
There's
pizza.
probably 100 grams of carbs in that slice of pizza.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
So
Not in that
me
little thing?
You want me to skin the pizza?
You skin it from the
Skin
top.
it.
You skin it. You get the cheese and the top.
And the
just
meats.
skin it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
And then
Look
you
at that.
roll that up.
That's
Okay.
it.
You ready?
Yeah, and
You
then-
roll it up, roll it up.
Yeah.
Okay, skin it. Hold on.
I've skinned the pie.
Yeah.
Now just roll it up and eat it.
You roll it up. You just put it in your hand.
All right, here
Oh,
goes.
no, you didn't roll it up all at once. You're gutless. You're gutless, Cappy. Anyway, Radio Tinder time. You can follow her at Lindsay Baseball on Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Oops, my help me turn my
Oh,
mic on.
boy,
Thanks,
wow.
Christopher. Sorry. Dropping the ball left and right
See,
here.
how is that, Cappy, when you roll it up like that? Bam!
It's phenomenal.
Oh, phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
Shocking. Shocking. I don't have the pleasure of holding it and eating the bread, but I'm getting all the flavor that I want.
I'm going to sit down for a minute.
Amazing.
Next thing we know, you're going to be eating pizza with a fork. Oh, you are eating it with a fork.
Yeah, you should just roll it up in
Yeah,
your hands.
be
but
a
anyway.
man.
Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. So bad news for the Mets, who
Duh.
will now spend the 2023 season
Terrible.
without their star closer. Edwin Diaz reportedly tore the patellar tendon in his right knee while celebrating Puerto Rico's World Baseball
Did you
Classic
see
win.
this?
Of course I saw it.
Insane, dude. Awful. So bad. It reminded me when Cody Bellinger, remember when he celebrated that home run and he
Yeah.
separated his shoulder doing
Yeah,
the
like-
forearm
yeah.
thing?
Didn't
Right.
Kendry Morales?
I mean, this is way worse than Cody's.
How
But
about when
Kendrick
Martin
Morales?
Yeah.
How about when Martin
With the
Gramatica kicked a field goal, jumped up in
And
the air,
ripped
and
his Achilles.
Yeah, right.
Oh, that's rough.
yeah.
Well, obviously, he's going to need surgery to repair this patellar tendon. And a lot of people are starting to get upset with World Baseball Classic, saying that the owners of the MLB team should be able to take action against the World Baseball
Oh, come
Classic.
on.
Should they be able to? Swipe left or swipe right? Cappy.
I'm going to swipe left. Hey, look, you could be at spring training, and you could get hit in the face with a pitch.
Right.
You could be at spring training and be running from second to third base and blow out your knee.
Yes.
Do any of these things sound familiar to everybody?
Yeah, it happens every day.
Right, and it happened this year. Dodgers lost their shortstop as a result, and the former Dodger third baseman got hit in the face because he's playing with Boston now. Not that's why, but my point is, you put these guys on the field, things like this might happen.
I mean, look what happened to you last year before the softball.
Well, that was an illegal bat.
And it was an unsanctioned practice.
Correct. And exit velocity of 350 miles an hour.
Unsanctioned. That's why.
It was unsanctioned, much
Yeah.
like the World Baseball
Yeah,
Classic.
The World Baseball Classic. First of all, let me tell you something. Baseball could learn I'll swipe left too, by the way. Baseball could learn a thing or two, or 27 actually, about how to actually market the game by watching the World Baseball Classic. First of all, the atmosphere at
Yeah.
every World Baseball Classic game is exactly what every atmosphere in every baseball game in Major League Baseball should be. Not this like church atmosphere that they have at most of these games.
But you can't build that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a World Cup kind of crowd. You know, the Dominican fans, the Venezuelan
get it.
fans, the Puerto Rican
But
fans,
you
and by
can-
the way, the really crazy Israeli fans. Those guys are out of their
You
minds.
could find ways to make that happen. Nonetheless, the dude was celebrating. Lindsay brought up, we brought up Cody Bellinger. She brought up Kendrick Morales when he was with the Angels. Like, crazy stuff like that happens all the time.
Yeah, I mean, to blame it on the World Baseball Classic. Look, hey, if you're a Dodger fan and Clayton Kershaw wanted to go play, frankly, you should be happy that he didn't because you don't want to take a
Well,
chance of getting him hurt
and
in
they
something like
couldn't
that.
insure him.
Same thing with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
You didn't want him to play in the All-Star game because you don't want to take a risk of him getting hurt on
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
You don't want your players to get hurt, but there is that risk.
Yeah.
Even if he's celebrating.
Always. All right, what's next, Lindsay?
All right, so everyone who went to the Oscars this year and got those really fancy swag bags are actually going to end up costing them a lot of money.
Oh, they got to pay taxes on it?
Yep, exactly. So this year's swag bags were valued at around $120,000. And with all the different taxes and fees and things that entertainers have to pay on
They got to
them.
pay like probably $50,000 on it.
Yeah, it's about $60,000.
Yep.
Damn.
So
Well, it depends on what tax bracket.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Right.
come on, they're not going to pay taxes on it.
You're
They're
gonna
going to
put
get out of it.
You're going to put it on the LLC.
sure.
Yeah, well, yeah.
However,
On the loan out.
Easy.
Yeah.
if you guys, you guys are stars. If you guys went to like the Oscars, let's say you were invited to the Oscars, and you
Notice
got one
that
of these.
nobody stopped her from saying, like, we're not stars.
No,
We're all
you're our stars, but you're not.
superstars.
You're not. Whoever won the Oscar, Brendan Fraser, whatever. You guys are stars.
You want to go to the ESPYs, Cappy?
Yeah, let's go.
If you went to the ESPYs and you got a
You would
100,
totally want to go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, you know he would go.
I'd work that red carpet and be like, yo, what up? I'm in the house.
We used to do the red carpet show.
Yeah.
We did the red carpet.
Yeah,
The
many
last
years.
year we did it. You and I and Key and LZ did it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the red carpet show. I want to be walking down
No,
the
I
red
know, but you
carpet.
could also go to the show after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the show.
you
Okay.
could do the red carpet at the Mandy's,
Okay.
like you
Yeah.
did last year.
All right, so you were
But
saying.
you would seriously want to go to the ESPYs?
I've never been.
I want to go to the ESPYs.
Have you?
Let's go as a show.
Once.
And so you're not going anymore. You did it one
You
time.
kind of
that's
do it once. I would go if you want to go.
How about
If you want to go, I can ask to get tickets.
Okay, hold on. Not only do I want to go, but anybody at ESPN has a half an ounce of class, just a half an ounce.
Oh, my God.
We should be presenting something.
No, stop.
Come on.
The presenters are all athletes.
No.
You're
in this-
presenting at the Mandy's.
Hey, coming up, now here to present the Arthur Ashe Award
Yep.
from ESPN Los Angeles. It's George Sedano and Scott
No,
Kaplan.
definitely not.
The Arthur
Bam,
Ashe
bam,
Award of
bam.
all.
It's probably in federal and state. That's going to come out to.
It's
let's
about
say-
$60,000.
No, it also
no,
depends.
it's not 60
But it
grand.
also depends on what your other tax liabilities
Right.
are. So you can make that.
I mean,
you
we're
can
really
finagle
getting
that.
in.
All right, I was
it's
gonna
tax
say.
season, so we've spent a lot
Yes,
of time
you're
with our
right.
accountants.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, okay, if you're worth
Especially
that much